Hi and welcome to Kat's Crafty Corner. I am your host Kathy from La Crosse Public Library, and today I have a fun summer project for us to work on. It is a piece of wall art with popsicle sticks. Now, I did not come up with this idea. I came up with the alternatives on my particular piece of wall art, but the original I found was when I was exploring Pinterest. And this is the original idea that I saw. I thought it just spoke to me. The summer colors, it felt refreshing, and it was just a nice piece of summer. Here's an alternative look to this. Their original project, it appears that they used a reverse canvas, wooden plaques for the popsicles, and either they use vinyl for the lettering, or they may have used a paint pen or did their own lettering with their own penmanship. For mine, I am going to explain and give you alternatives for possibilities that you can do at home. So the first thing you do need to figure out is what kind of a base do you want to use. I'm using a wood plaque that I happen to have here. This can be found at Michael's. You could paint it a color in the side, but I like the more natural look. You could use a canvas, or even the simple thought of using paper. A piece of good cardstock, blank cardstock, cut into a rectangular shape. That will also be a nice thing, or even a scrapbook page. I mean, this could be done as a scrapbook page. So you need to figure out your base. Then you're going to need some popsicle sticks. I happen to have these smaller popsicle sticks from another craft project that I did in my house. I got these at Michael's, so you can find those at Michael's. You can use original popsicle sticks from the refrigerator freezer after you finish them. That's another way of recycling those popsicle sticks. You can also make popsicle sticks out of paper. So there's a wide variety there too. You're going to need a pair of scissors. You're going to need regular glue. You are going to need your glue gun. You're going to need a variety of color paper to trace your popsicle tops on. White colors, summer-like colors, popsicle colors. You're going to need to find a pattern for your popsicle tops, either to be made out of paper. You could, if you have someone in the family, or you have the capabilities yourself, to cut them out of wood. You might be able to find wood shapes already available at the craft stores or at the Dollar Tree. For the template, you just need to do a general Google search for a popsicle template. That's your search terms, popsicle template. The last thing you're going to need to do is have some white paper or white marker, paint pen, white paint, something that will write in white, and then you're going to use the words summer out of it. So if you have a paint pen, you can easily just write it with your own penmanship. If you have a regular white pen, just exactly using your penmanship. I used steel dies, and I ran them through just a regular die cut machine that I have in my home. Otherwise, if you have some vinyl and you have an electronic die cut machine, you can use that as an option. Or even if you have some stickers that are available. It could be a fun white ones, or you could actually use a cute little sprinkles to sort of pop up those popsicle sticks. So let me turn the camera around, and I'm going to show you exactly how to put this project together. The first step in this particular project is that you're going to need to cut out your templates and then trace them on some color paper that you choose to give it the variety and the pop that you feel it may need. So that is your first step, and I actually did that step ahead of time, and I also took the time to cut out my letters. So I'm going to just lay them on here just to give you a random look of what it looks like for you. So now the next step would be is just hot gluing with regular glue the letters onto the tops of the popsicles. If you're using stickers or vinyl, you won't have to take this and do this as a step at all. That's one of the nice things with using stickers, with using something like vinyl. Or if you're very creative and you can use a paint pen, have a steady hand, you can write the letters on your popsicles. And if you're really talented, and I know there are many of us out there, you could have done these in wood or purchased wood letters and painted them white. White gives it a nice crisp look to it. It gives it a nice summer vibe to it. And while you're doing this, if you're going to need the hot glue gun for gluing the wooden popsicle sticks onto your base, you get it prepped up now so it's ready to go. If you're using just regular paper for your base, you're not going to need to use a hot glue gun. Regular glue will work. Last one here. All right, next step is sort of just eyeballing the placement of where you're going to want your popsicle tops to go on here. And I'll go up a little bit more. There's too much space there. Give me a little more space there. That kind of looks pretty good. And then I'm going to take my wooden popsicle sticks and I'm going to hot glue the back of one. Just add some glue. I'm going to start with one of the ones in the middle. I'm going to slide it right there. Make sure. Then I'm going to look. See how far up on the stick I want to go with hot glue, because you don't need to do hot glue on the front all the way down. And I'm going to just stick it like that. All right, and then it's just a matter of completing that with the other 5. Do remember while you're working with hot glue that it is hot and you can potentially burn yourself. So we don't want that. You could use a ruler and make sure everything is aligned instead of eyeballing it like I have been, because from an angle here it looks like something is not exactly lined up. Oh, my glue stick doesn't want to go in. have one that looks like it just didn't take, so I might have to redo that one. Okay, get some of these hot glue sticks. Yeah, this is one just didn't want to take. This was the first one. I don't know if my glue was not hot enough to adhere to the wooden. So let me do this one again. I think that's where I want it. There we go. Okay, remove all those little glue strings. So here is my finished project. And in reality, it took not much time once I started the prep work ahead of time, but that also just took me maybe 5-10 minutes at the most. And then this part of it, if I did take some time and I painted the background, it would have took me a little bit longer. Or if I used a canvas, it would have been less time. And it just is a very simple, but it adds a extra splash of color into the home interior. And you know, compared to what I saw on Pinterest, I like the version that I did. Well, here's my finished project. I actually really like this. I think it's going to add a nice little pop to my interior here at home. I think I'm going to put it with my fairy garden area that I have set up. And you know, honestly, I actually like this a little bit better than the original one that I found on Pinterest. But it is simple enough to sometimes recreate things that you do find when you're exploring Pinterest. And this was one of those projects that was simple enough because I knew I had most of the supplies in my home and that I could recreate it in a fashion that spoke to me as a crafter. I want to take a moment and thank everyone for watching another Cat's Crafty Corner, and I hope to see you very soon.